Welcome to Morning Coins with John and Chaz. We're doing our
Welcome,
mic
everybody.
check
Yes.
because
Can you hear me?
I forgot the mic check before we went live. I guess I'm feeling confident in our abilities. What's up, everyone? Morning Coins with John and Chaz. We are back, episode 15. Thank you for being here. I know some of you are already watching and have upvoted, so let me go ahead and say hello to you all. But I got to scroll down first and see who it is. Okay. We have Up Me Whale with two A's and Prumobot.
Great.
So
I
I'm
like
assuming
that.
that Morning Coins must be getting out there and the bots are promoting us.
That's a good thing. I like that.
Yeah, so that's cool. All right, guys. So today's episode, as you guys can see, is what in blue blazes is ontology, and
Yes.
my man Chaz.
I'm going to call it the Godzilla of blockchain projects.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's just,
Okay.
it's big and not invincible, but it's just huge. And when we talk about it, you're going to see these guys are trying to cover lots and lots of ground with a single blockchain to do it. And as we read their mission statement, we'll see what they're up to.
Okay, good stuff. Now remember, we can't talk about anything until we let people know that we're here for informational and educational purposes only, and none of this stuff is any recommendations to buy or sell. But we have to do it formally, and you do it best.
Okay, thank you, sir. Cryptocurrencies, futures, stocks, and options trading involves substantial risk of loss and are not suitable for every investor. The valuation of cryptocurrencies, future stocks, and options may fluctuate, and as a result, clients may lose more than their original investment. All investments discussed on this show are for informational purposes only and are not recommendations to buy or sell.
Like I said, Chaz C. Rollo 3, as he's known in the Steemit universe, does a great job putting together the slides for the show and coming up with some great talking points and things to do while we're here. So you guys can see, or no, I guess you can't see because it's super little right now. Let me go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. And
Yeah,
for some
in
of you
my
guys out there, if you guys are OBS people and live streamers, tell me why this background color keeps fluctuating, and you can see it kind of go in and out of different types of green. I'm thinking that you guys can see that, so just wondering. There's the dial-in number. You can come in and not be on video and talk with us, or ask questions about ontology and some of the topics we're going to talk about tonight or today. Or you can go to zoom.us, and that's our room ID, 468-186-430. Come on in and say hello. Stop in. If you know about ontology, or you have an article, or you're interested in it, or you have some information that you can help benefit the show, we welcome your opinions to come on in. So here's the links for today. Do we want to go through these? It looks like we're going to be doing ontology and talking about consensus protocols.
That is correct. We're going to just do a little discussion with ontology, and because it's I think it's a big project. It covers a lot of ground, so that's why you don't see a lot of links here. But we have a lot more slides. The top link is right to their page. The second link is and we'll talk about this, as an ontology calculator. And what that refers to is that if you own ontology, you can get token usable. It's sort of like an interest rate, I guess you would say, a reward or bonus.
Okay.
If you hold that in your wallet. So you can actually make money without actually doing anything.
That's great, right?
Yeah, that's why I selected this. I thought, well, this is interesting. Why don't we take a look at it?
Okay.
And then the Hacker Noon article, I really appreciate the writers in Hacker Noon, because they do a very good job of getting into the specifics and explaining it well.
Gotcha.
And The next link, Short Guide to Consensus Protocols. I thought it needed, I saw this because I was looking for the distributed Byzantine fault tolerance thing and trying to get an understanding of that.
Mm-hmm.
And this article popped up, which covered a lot of different consensus protocols. And I thought that would be a good reference piece for people.
Okay.
And then the last one, of course, is the DBFT consensus protocol and an explanation of what it does.
Gotcha. So we have 3 cryptocurrencies that you can earn money while you sleep, and then 2 good articles on consensus protocols.
Right.
And so for you guys watching either live, and Davey Z, thanks for the upvote. For those of you guys watching live or on the replay, the links are in the description, whether it's on Steemit, DLive. DLive you have to copy and paste. On Steemit, it should be active and live. And then if you're watching the recorded version on YouTube, just go into the description, click on that link to the slideshow, and you'll see all of these links. We make these available and open to the public as a resource for you all for growing your crypto capacity.
Thank
So
you.
do with that what you will. Cool, thank you. All right, man. What in blue blazes is ontology?
Well, let's read some of these because
Yeah, sure.
their white paper was, there's a lot of information in their white paper, and some of it, though, the graphs and charts that they use, it was like Rorschach tests. You know, it was, you know, the worst looking at ink blots because
Right.
they don't use, nobody seems to be using traditional flow charts anymore. They just make up their own graphic and put it up there. And so I skipped by all those because there's tons of them and they were hard to read for me. But Ontology is a new high performance public blockchain project and a distributed trust collaboration, I almost can't say that, collaboration platform.
Okay.
So I'm going to read just a couple more. The blockchain frame, the third one down, blockchain framework supports public blockchain systems. This is a open source blockchain system, and it is able to customize different public blockchains for different applications. Ontology supports collaboration amongst chain network and its various protocol groups.
Okay. So when I read that, that tells me that if there are like Mana, is that a public blockchain?
Yeah, that's an open source.
It's an open source public. So that means that Ontology, like if there was a bunch of users that wanted to use Ontology but also support Mana, that they would help work on how to create collaboration within the network for it.
Yes. It's interesting that they're, you know, we did Polkadot, which was one of the blockchain projects we studied.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to create a system that can bring all blockchains together and communicate with each other.
Right.
And from what I read from the Ontology paper, they're trying to do the same thing.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and so that's kind of cool because you see that, and this is where we kind of talk about how this market is still so young. We don't know which is the cream that's going to rise to the top yet.
Right. Yeah. Some people are going to make it, and some aren't. And so I think the best projects that are the best managed projects, the ones that can see into the future a little bit, are probably going to be the ones that survive. There's a lot of competing projects in this area, and there's going to be more.
Gotcha.
Because people are realizing now that blockchains of different types need to talk to each other, different platforms. So.
Okay. Sean S. Porter, thank you for your upvote and for your.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yep, and good job on your last walk and talk video. Everyone, check out Sean S. Porter on Steemit.
Okay, so let's go to the next slide because I want to read the last paragraph here.
Mm-hmm.
It says, together, this builds the infrastructure for a peer-to-peer trust network, which is cross-chain, cross-system, cross-industry, cross-application, and cross-device.
Okay.
That's why this is like the Godzilla of blockchain projects.
Right.
Because it's claiming to be able to do everything that everybody would want it to do. So we can do cross industry, we can do cross application. The one that got me though was cross chain. And
Mm-hmm.
if they can build that platform that can operate as an interoperable system with other blockchains, that's going to be big.
Yeah, it'll be crucial to be whichever of these. It's so hard. You're using the right word. It's platform. Whichever of these platforms can be first to market to provide that interoperability of blockchains is gonna be far ahead.
Yes.
Because that's one thing right now, you have to go to the centralized exchanges to partake in distributing your coins and your tokens, and then you have to go to each individual platform to share, build community, trade, and have market. But if someone can do the cross-chain piece better than anyone else and be first to market, they'll be good right off the bat.
Yeah, it's like the old. Well, you may not remember this, but when I was young, you couldn't use your debit card everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Only certain places would take it. Well, they're making this claim now that you can use it everywhere, and that's just going to open up lots of possibilities.
Gotcha.
I think that's a big door opener for the blockchain community and platforms.
Okay, cool. Going to the
So
next
the
one?
next slide,
Yep.
they have identified these three levels of trust. Trust through technology, trust through legal systems, and trust through communities. And I think what they're trying to get here is the validation, as the blockchain does. We're trying to validate things to make sure they're actually what they say they are. They're trying to affirm information between systems, and they have a proof system for that.
Okay.
Worked out. Now, if I showed you this the chart that they put up for that, they just totally lost me in their chart. I know they understand it, but
well, that was what I was going to ask you was, so these are great bullet points, but is it well explained within their white paper and their
yeah,
stuff?
I think if you get a handle on their, because they really went to a lot of effort and put a lot of resources into drawing these graphics to explain it. In some places, though, they don't explain it; they just throw the chart at you,
Mm-hmm.
and they need a paragraph below explaining the flow.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the trust through tech, I think that's easy. Trust through communities, I think you can do that is depending on the community and how strong it is. And then trust through legal systems is kind of the one that I would be wondering about how they're gonna instantiate that in the platform.
Yes.
So
Again, it's going to be a lot like what we see in other blockchain platforms. There's going to be a way to validate an identity of a thing, a person, or a piece of data,
mm-hmm.
which is basically the three things that they're working on. And so there'll be a validation system in place so that you know that where you're getting it from is the right place, and where it's going to is going to the right place.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's those three things are identified in the next slide, which is, they say it's a multi-source identity system for people, a multi-source identity system for objects, and a distributed data exchange.
What would be an example of an object?
Devices. Remember we talked, what was it, XYO? Was that the one we studied, who does the tracking of equipment,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yep.
medical things? So they're saying that you could put real estate on here, you could put diamonds. I think they did say diamonds too, because
Okay.
our last show we talked about Glitzcoin, and
Yeah.
that was one of the things that they did. But what they're saying is there's a way to track things, the Internet of Things. They can track it all.
And that's what they aim to do. Okay.
Yeah.
And distributed data exchange?
Here's a one that makes sense, because what they're saying is the source of data needs to be validated, as well as who's getting it. So if you have a data pool and someone needs to access it, they want to make sure that it gets to the right person. It is accessible. So let's say that it's data that's public and can be assessed by different people. And then if it is a situation where there's payment, they're going to validate that the payment actually gets to the person who's in control of the data, who owns the data. So you can buy the data if you want. And then there's community data systems where they have people that just share information.
Gotcha. Whew. Man, I'm tired just thinking about these guys.
I know. They are busy dudes. Let me tell you, girls and boys.
Well, let's check out their application scenarios and see what their intention is for how we can break some of this stuff down.
Yeah, and this is only a selection. This is not all of them.
That's not shocking, given what they want to try to pull off.
So we're going to just take the next slide. After we look at this, we'll take a brief look at the finance section and one scenario there, so we get an idea what they're trying to accomplish.
Gotcha. So these are the 4 different application scenarios, and then you said the next slide goes a little bit deeper into the finance piece.
Into one of them,
Okay.
into one section. So
Okay.
looking at these, I mean, it's a pretty broad spectrum that they're looking at here. You know, they're trying to cover a lot of ground.
Right. So they're just giving you examples under these 4 applications. Here's how this platform can benefit finance. Here's how it can benefit insurance. Here's how it can benefit IoT, Internet of Things. Here's how it can do media.
Right.
So then what I'm thinking then is under each, and you can look at like trading, securities, wealth management, fraud detection, automated operations. Like there are coins and tokens that are aiming to be to also fill that void, like on an individual basis.
Yes.
So what you're saying is Ontology would, like for example, like Digibyte for micropayments could partner with Ontology, and that would be the intention of the platform.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and they could do that, and they have a lot of partners working with them on this project. That is also in the white paper. I chose not to post that up there because I already had a boatload of slides that we were looking at. So you can go to the white paper and look at it. All this stuff will more details than you can ever dream of.
Gotcha. Cool.
So let's look at the decentralized and financial slide, which is the next one.
Okay.
So the scenario is saying that small businesses and individuals often lack credit records and collateral while facing high operational costs. This makes them riskier for banks and other financial institutions, leading to high interest rates. At the same time, the cost of change is high, and businesses face retributions. Well, I don't know what that word is. I've never seen it before. To their reputation, if it should be retribution.
It does say retributions.
Okay, I'm doing Ethereum again.
Right. Retributions.
Yeah.
Old Chaz classic.
It's a new word.
You like that long E sound.
Yeah, I do. I do. So here they're going to try and help. In this case, they say they can help small business. And I can tell you, after being in the banking industry, it is really hard for small businesses to get loans and to get support because the banks just don't want to take the risk. I mean, why should they take risk? You know, you don't have any collateral records. One of the big things, of course, I think I said this last show, was tax returns. If you got a good accountant, you're not going to show any income. Well, if you don't show any income, the bank is one of the primary documents the bank looks for. Oh,
Gotcha.
You don't have any income. Sorry, you don't get the loan.
Yep. And I think that's a lot of reasons why the blockchain in general, and I know definitely Steam and Steemit is attractive to people because it can help. It can help, like the community and the hive mind and things like that can help when larger federally backed institutions cannot.
Right. And so there is a good use case for this one particular item, but they're saying that there's a lot more that they can do.
Good. Well, I think that's good. So, and I think we'll talk. I think we should do an episode soon on banks and the future of banks, and get some people on here and have that discussion. For those of you that are watching, thank you. I'm going to read through a couple more upvotes, and we're going to go to the next slide just because I want to thank people that are here. So I want to make sure that I thank some new folks that are upvoting, and we appreciate that. There are a couple bots, but Mickey21657, Vayusk, Vayuzhipsch. Call in here in that number above. Come into the room and
Yeah,
tell us how you would
we have
pronounce that.
pronunciation issues here, so
Right. We can't even get retribution right.
yeah, Ritra, whatever that is.
Template Flask, Could Pinky, and Regretful Wooden. Those are all interesting, creative names. I'll be sure to check you guys out. I always check out all the upvotes for our shows and interact with them somehow afterwards. We're also going to build in a live interactive component soon where we just go in and say, hey, saw your upvote or saw your comment. Thank you from John and Chaz from Morning Coins. So we appreciate all of you being here. Let's go ahead and meet the bonus for ontology.
Yeah, and this is what initially perked my interest in it, is that if you buy ontology and you put it in your wallet, and if you look down to the first bullet point there, send them to your Binance wallet. On Binance, you can then buy, it's a roundabout way. And I know I've had to do this because I couldn't. So you're going to buy Bitcoin, take it to Binance, and then you're going to buy ontology there.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is, though, you're going to put it in your wallet, and you're going to get a bonus. You're going to get more money. They're going to send you the ONG token. You're going to get ONG token in your wallet that's usable right now on the ontology blockchain.
Okay. I need you to say that one more time because it says on Binance you buy ONT or ONG with your Bitcoins, and then it says in order to earn gas ONG, you should get the ONT off the exchange and manage it on the blockchain. So you go to Binance, buy the ONT, put it in your your ontology platform wallet.
So this is going to be on your PC wallet. It's not a wallet on the exchange.
Okay.
And you start generating ONG rewards as soon as the ONT is on the exchange, isn't on the exchange anymore.
Okay, so as soon as you buy it, you put it into the platform, and they give you gas to power your account.
Yeah.
Okay. It's similar, and I think that works similar to how Steam works as well. If I mess that up, you guys let me know.
Yeah, and if you're interested in this project, you think it's a good project, you want to own the tokens, at least you get some kind of bonus reward for it. So.
And thanks DLive 24 Hour for the upvote. You guys see their logo here in the corner. The two shows that I produce on Steemit are Morning Coins with John and Chaz and the Steaming Pile. I have a couple in the works for some shows coming up that are going to be G1NBC and DLive kind of shows, but nothing solidified yet, but I got a couple more pretty cool ones I think that are going to be coming up.
I'm anxious to see those.
All right, so let's meet the team.
Yeah, this is a part of the team. There's 46 total team members.
Well, they need to be for their audacious goals.
Yeah, they have a big goal, and they have a lot of people to accomplish that. Yeah, and I guess I'd be concerned if they had 3 people and were trying to do all that.
Right. You see that they have 46 people on the team, and you're like, oh, okay, I can see how they're getting away with this.
Yeah, they apparently are serious about getting things done. One thing I did notice, and this is a guess on my part, but every one of the team members is from China. This is a China blockchain operation.
Trying to get my we have this view. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so okay, so they're all from China. I was going to ask what country of what was the country of origin, but they could be from several different countries, but so most of them are from China?
I would say all of them are.
All of them? Okay.
Yeah.
And the Binance exchange is in China as well, I believe.
Yeah, funny.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything? Do these guys have any social media accounts or anything you could find?
I did not go that far with it because I was scrambling to get these slides done.
Never admit that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All
I
right, so
can't
you
help
guys
it.
out there, if these guys have any social media profiles, let us know.
Yeah, yeah, give us a buzz. I just didn't have time to look on these guys. But when I saw they were all Chinese, I figured they'd have something somewhere.
We should reach out to them, let them know that we featured them on our show. Your camera froze, by the way. Feature them on
Oh,
our show, and then see if any of them would like to come on
I'm back.
and chat.
Yeah, yeah, we can get some of these. I'll try and see if I can make contact with them. There is an email address for them.
Okay. D Live, thank you for the upvote. We really appreciate it. All right, so here's the 3-month.
Yes.
We're looking at the
Just
3-month
wanted to throw
chart for
that up there.
ontology.
And so people get, now, of course, most, as we studied, most coins are following together. They're all grouped together and doing their ups and downs. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is just as a good, at this point, a token as any other token out there.
Okay.
So I'm not going to promote it or I'm just, as far as performance goes, if you're looking for trading something right now, the market's just not doing much.
Right. But for dual purposes, though, like you said, getting it, their platform is currently active and live.
Yes.
Okay, so getting it, then you go get it on an exchange, take it over to the platform, and you get other things for it. You get gas for
Yeah,
it.
you get some gas, which I think is a really cool idea.
Right, and it has, so that's good. It's not like others where it just like you're just trading it and there's no active platform and there's nothing to do with it yet.
Your money is actually getting some interest, I would say.
And did you take a look at the platform? Are there any reactions or reflections from the platform itself? Did you sign up?
No, I did not.
Okay, just wondering. All right, so we don't have any promo slides today. Because you heard Chaz already say that he was running a little bit late, and both of us were from our weekend and all the stuff we did. So, but we plugged D Live 24 Hour. Charles has the G1NBC logo on his side. That is our digital network, and he's also wearing the coat. Trying to see if I had mine, but if you guys want to check out G1NBC.com and be affiliated with our digital broadcast network, then please check out G1NBC.com and join us over there. That's where I repost and republish a lot of stuff and work with my local content providers to do stuff. And on my end, if you want to check out the Connected web series, I would appreciate if you did that. You just go to theconnected.tv. and it'll take you to the page related to that show that I help promote and market.
Excellent. And,
all right.
I will be finishing up my third part of the camera dolly project, and so that'll be going up on D Live as soon as I can get it up there.
I saw your second video got some good traction.
Yeah.
So that's good.
This one should get some too. I learned a lot of video editing lessons this time around, because it took me like 4 days to get it edited.
So Chaz is building a camera dolly with a lift truck.
Two-hand cart.
He's refurbishing it and making it on his own. So make sure that you check out at CRollo3 and follow him and stay up to date on that project and more things to come.
Yes, it's a project, so you guys are going to like it, I think.
Nice.
So on to our next slide, guys.
We are there. Kelly Meatwagon, thanks for the upvote. Our next slide is our review of Mana Base, or Mana.
Yeah, so what I did was I signed up, and I'm froze again. Excuse me.
That's okay. We're just looking at the slide, so it gives you time to undo.
And what I did was I have some people who signed up using my link, and I got my second deposit, And that's what you're seeing there on the screen. So I have two people that have signed up using my link. So I got a pretty good amount. It's not a lot because if you look at the actual value of
Right, right.
entities, you're fractions of a penny there. So, but
Hey,
still, I
but
mean,
still,
over time, and if you get enough people signed up, that could turn into a little bit of money for you.
yeah. And that's interesting. That part, you get credit for signing people up. The part that I like about Mana is that they want to do universal basic income. So
Yeah,
they want that token to be people's basic income. You can make more, obviously, on top of that. That's the whole point. And they're doing it from a nonprofit perspective.
yes,
And so it's a public blockchain, it's open source, anyone can be a part of the project. You get credit if you bring people in. And I just got an email from them. They're doing a fundraising campaign, and you can send them Steam uh, as part of their process, as part of
that's
their
yeah,
process. So I'll be, I think next episode, I wanted to do it today, but I'm just not set up to do it. But I think next episode I'll send them some Steam as a donation, and letting them know that we support their project.
yeah, that's great. All right, I haven't seen that email yet myself, so I'll be looking for it.
Okay,
So success so far.
good. Good,
And
good.
there's our
Yeah, and
sign
there
up
was a
links.
delay, right? There was a delay, and so what happens is, if you guys didn't watch it last episode, is every week you get mana. They release them to you, and so there was a
Yes,
delay in the release, and so everyone got kind of a bonus as kind of an apology for for it being late. But kind of like what
yes,
Chaz said, we have 8 mana right now, and you see that 1 mana equals 0.0025 USD. But that'll go up as more people come to the platform, people donate, and people kind of get involved in the project. So if any of you guys are interested on here, then just reach out to one of us, and um, we'll be glad to talk with you about that project.
sure, absolutely.
And then the next slide for that is our links. So if you, like I said earlier in the broadcast, the slideshow link is in the description on Steemit and the description on DLive, and it will be on the recorded version. Come on into the slideshow and go down there. You can either sign up under Chaz's account or mine to get credit and get started. That's Mana.
Yeah, it's free. You don't have to put any money in of your own.
Right.
All you have to do is sign up and get verified, and you start receiving money.
Yep. Good call. All right, guys, we are winding down for today on our 15th episode of Morning Coins. So we always like to end with our CCI 30 crypto index. And so for those of you who are new watching, Chaz, tell them a little bit about what the CCI 30 index is.
It's 30 of the altcoins that are the highest capitalization.
Okay.
And so they're weighted based on their market cap. So if you have more market cap, you have more weight in the index. And it's just I think it's really interesting. I do think that I haven't checked this. I should check this. They were going to make that index available as a type of mutual fund for purchase in the U.S.
They have, there are a couple index funds that are, and your camera's frozen. There are a couple index funds that are listed on CoinMarketCap that that are available for purchase. And I've been looking into it, so that would be interesting. I haven't done my research. Maybe for an upcoming episode, we look at that. We
Yeah,
look at
that's a
some of the
great
funds
idea.
that are out there and look at how to get them. What are some of the organizations representing those funds as well?
Yeah, great idea. I'll write that down here.
We got some good stuff coming up for some more episodes. If you guys out there have some ideas on some other coins or tokens that we should feature here, let us know. If you want this spot, the DLive 24-hour spot, just reach out to us. If you have a Steam project or a platform that you're promoting within the Steam ecosystem, then let us know, and we'll put you on the other side, next to DLive 24-hour, right above Chaz, and then I'll make him point up.
I can do it.
Well, you can do it, see? All right, guys, thanks for all the upvotes. We're not leaving yet, but thanks for all the upvotes and for being here. Criticize Mars, thank you for your upvote. There's a lot of ups here, like Alu up, Vayu up. I don't know if you guys are real people, but if you are, write it in the comments.
Messages.
And you guys need to be a little bit more active in the chat room. Tell us when we say something funny. Tell us when we say something stupid. Correct us when we say retribution.
Retribution, yeah. Or Ethereum.
Ethereum.
If I say that, you can. We should make a game out of that. We should gamify my pronunciation.
So the CCI 30, before we go to the last slide, CCI 30, how are we doing?
52 weeks, we're about 89% over the last 52 weeks. Our year-to-date, though, is not looking so swell. We're down about 64%. And the month-to-date is down about 1.25%.
1.25%. Yeah, I was looking at that today. It seemed like we're down, but I'm hopeful. Like, I actually think things are looking up. And
I do. I just say, this is a thing you go through. And I remember when the market was like at 3,000, the Dow Jones Industrial, and look at it now.
Yeah.
And people were, oh, it's not going to do anything. It's never going to go anywhere. It's hit the top. It's going to the bottom. You just got to hang in there sometimes. Of course, traders have a different perspective on the world, and they're in and out making their bucks. But I know from experience that sometimes you can make one wrong move and you can lose it all.
That's the key, right? And so you have to be wise. You have to do your research. You have to listen to people, and you have to trust your gut. But you also have to know that it's risky, so things happen.
Yes, yeah. You have to have a plan in place. And that's what I told you. We discussed once. It's easy to get in, getting out's the hard part. You have to have some kind of strategy for exiting the market.
Yep. All right, man. Good show today.
Yeah. It was a lot. I could have done a lot more. We probably could have doubled the number of slides on this one.
Yeah, so we'll stay on top of ontology. We'll have a more defined plan for how we're going to follow up with these, because I had another idea today. I'm like, maybe we just go to everybody, send them the link to the episode, say, hey, your coin was featured, check it out, come on in and on an upcoming episode, and we'll do a review and answer some questions and show your team kind of where you're at and see who replies.
Good.
All right, guys, so here is our last slide, our links to Coinbase. If you do not, for those of you watching live, this is not really going to apply, because I would guarantee that you guys already buy and have tokens or mine tokens, so you don't need to go to Coinbase. But for those of you watching the recorded version on YouTube, click on those links. If you invest $100 in either Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin Cash, we will get $10 in Bitcoin, and so will you. And that's just one way that you can support Chaz and I for producing and putting together this show. For those of you who have upvoted us and things like that, we definitely appreciate that. That is definitely another way to help us for the show, and we appreciate the support, especially from DLive and DLive 24-hour and kind of what we're building here with the next generation of streamers and live broadcasters.
Right.
All right.
Where it's at.
For @CRollo3, I am at John Spalding on Steemit, and this has been our 15th episode of Morning Coins, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Yes, that's a good time for me.
10:30 a.m.
Yes.
Ish. I always put that in the subject line. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time ish. Yes. So it's usually when I get everything going and set up and then we go live. But it's generally right around that area.
People are probably out there going, "Ish, what time zone is that?"
Right. Well, I did the parentheses, so they knew.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chaz. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Thank you, John.
Yep. Thanks, everybody out there, for tuning in, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Next
Now,
Tuesday,
we
we'll
will
be there.
leave with Happy Rock from Ben Sounds.